a little side note. I was just thinking about how much I love doing this. Like, I love sharing with you guys. I love talking about twin flames. I love being a coach. I love what I do. And I was just thinking about how blessed I am to get to do my life purpose and to be of service in this way. And so, yeah, that's a little side note before we get started with the twin flame journey is you really get to know yourself and you grow in confidence and you grow in your awareness of what's actually in alignment for you and what actually feels really good for you. And life purpose is a huge part of that. That's actually something that, you know, I help people with in coaching sessions. And it's something that I've seen myself grow in over the years. And I'm just so delighted. Like, I'm having such a good time. So anyway, I'm going to get into the video, but I just want to share this piece. I just had a moment of like such a blessing to be able to do something you love and be able to help people and to be able to share something that I personally feel is so important and profound and that I've seen change my own life and the lives of those around me. And I am just so happy that it exists and that I can help people with that. So we're going to kind of loop around, change gears a little bit because I do have a message for this YouTube video. I want to share oh, by the way, my name is Soraya, if I didn't say that in the beginning. Y'all had me in a moment. My name is Soraya. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to talk about what's going on if your twin flame just suddenly disappears. Like, you guys are talking and then it's like just suddenly they're gone, like ghosting, right? You guys are, you know, connecting, going out on dates, maybe you're, you know, just having long phone calls, whatever it may be. You're connecting a lot. It looks like you guys are getting closer. Maybe you guys just healed something really huge and there's like a lot of intimacy and it's really beautiful. Like, what's up with the sudden break in communication that so many people experience? I went through that more times than I care to admit before I found the teachings of union, before I found this work. That was actually, honestly, this experience that we're talking about is how I found Twin Flames Universe, because that sucked so much and it happened a few times. And it wasn't like this constant thing, like every single week that was happening, but there were like at least a few times where it was like, everything's like going in one direction. You're getting super close to your twin flame and then there's like nothing. And I was just, it's not fun. Especially with your twin flame. There's a lot of love there and the relationship is so special and unique, and it can be very like disorienting and really triggering to go through that like sudden and it's like, you know, it's not like some person that you like just barely know. This is someone that you know on a very deep level that you have a really, really deep connection with, and to have that kind of like poof, they're gone experience it's not really a small thing. It can be a bit triggering. And so I want to talk about that today. Like, how does that happen? Why does that happen? Because I know a lot of you guys have experienced it too. I know I'm not alone. This isn't my first rodeo. I know I'm not alone. And so I want to share about this with you guys. So your twin flame, as I've shared many times on these videos here on YouTube, your twin flame mirrors your relationship with yourself. And what can happen as we're kind of getting to know our twin flame and as we're learning how to connect with ourselves better and build, you know, more commitment and intimacy with our own selves on the inside, what can happen is we begin to have a breakthrough in terms of loving ourselves and connecting with ourselves. And that allows for more connection with our twin flame, which is really beautiful. And we want that. That's nice. Like, yes, that's the direction we want to go in, like green light, like this is the way we want to go. And when there's like a sudden shift in terms of intimacy or connection, it's literally just mirroring that there's a shift in intimacy and connection with yourself. And the most common way that I see this as an ascension coach is that we begin focusing on our twin flame outside of us. So you're getting close to your twin flame, which is a natural result of you just paying attention to yourself, focusing on yourself. And then you're getting closer to them. You're like, wow, like this is happening. This feels really good. And before you know it, you're focusing on them and what you have, so to speak, with them on the outside and what's going on with you guys. And your attention all of a sudden shifts from where it started, which was on yourself. That's how you manifested that growing intimacy with your twin flame in the first place. And so sometimes this can happen very quickly and early on. Sometimes it can happen once we hit a certain intimacy threshold, like for lack of a better way of describing it, when you've reached a level of intimacy with your twin flame that you've never experienced before. And there's like this, like, whoa, I have something now. Like I'm going to get something from this. And it's usually like an unconscious like thing. It's just like a thought or a feeling that kind of gets triggered when you reach this kind of intimacy. Where like your inner child will kind of come up and be like, oh, I'm going to be loved, you know, like love is here. And before you know it, your focus is just not on yourself the way that it was before. And, you know, like I said, sometimes it can happen quick. Like sometimes it can just be a matter of like, oh, you're having a conversation with your twin flame and you're feeling really close to your twin flame, and out of nowhere, it feels like you guys couldn't be further apart, even though you're right next to each other. I've experienced that too. So I know kind of, it doesn't actually matter so much in terms of how close your twin flame is to you physically. It's about the intimacy. It's about the kind of connection that you're experiencing. And what we want to do in Ascension Coaching is we want to identify, first of all, what's going on when that communication breaks with you in particular, because every person is different. The triggers are different. The patterns are different. Like there's something that happened that changed the inner experience that you would have that manifested on the outside and have that change on the outside. So what we want to do is look at, well, what happened in that moment? Yes, sure, like something shifted on the inside, but why? Like what caused you to shift things on the inside? You know, what is there an attachment there? Is there a fear? Is there a trauma? Is there a pattern? Is there a belief system? You know, what's going on there? If there's a fear, we can identify it, we can heal it. You know, we can just see what's going on and sort through it and pull it apart and resolve everything that causes that pattern. And the twin flame journey has this miraculous way of always giving you exactly what you need. It's really an extraordinary thing. I have been a coach now for a while, and it's never ceases to amaze me how twin flames always give you exactly what you need to help you heal. And it's so perfect and it's so intricate in terms of how perfect it is. So as we're healing in Ascension Coaching, your twin flame, you know, will be doing things, saying things, whatever it may be, and it'll always be the perfect thing to take your healing to the next level. And so we just work with the energy and continue to heal it. We heal it with the mirror exercise. We heal it through the teachings of union, having Twin Flame Ascension School, learning how twin flames work. As you watch Twin Flame Ascension School classes, you're going to relate a lot to the students that are in the classes and be able to receive that guidance directly from Jeff and Shalia, who are the ones who discovered harmonious union to begin with. Like, you want to learn from them. Trust me, you do not want to not have their guidance. Like, it's extraordinary. It's so helpful. They have so much clarity about all of this. And so that's what we're doing. We're basically seeing what's causing it so that we can resolve it. Just like with anything else, it's like a diagnostic type thing. And this isn't something that we have to be super like in our head about and analyze and try to control. It's not like I'm coming in and I'm going to make things change and move things around in your consciousness. Like, no, first of all, it's kind of weird. No, it's not that. But what it is going on a journey of introspection and healing and loving yourself, finding where you're triggered so that you can do the mirror exercise, looking at what's going on. And yeah, that's what, you know, I'm trained to do. That's literally what I do, is help people see what they're not seeing. So yeah, that's what's going on, is that something on the inside of your relationship with yourself has shifted. And the awareness that you had that led to whatever type of intimacy you were experiencing with your twin flame, your awareness in that space has shifted a bit. And we want to bring that awareness back and strengthen it and take it to the next level. So that way you can not just, you know, go back to, like, let's say you were talking to your twin flame originally and then you guys fall off from talking to each other. We don't want to just get back to you guys talking. What we want to do is I want to help you go to the next level, like committed relationship, like moving in together, like getting married, like, you know, continuously moving further and deeper into intimacy with your twin flame. So this isn't just like a thing of like, you know, oh, let's just put out this little mini fire. Like, no, like let's build heaven on earth. That's the mentality, really, honestly, of Twin Flame Ascension and what this is actually about is it's about you can have everything you want, not just your twin flame calling you back, but he will, or she will, you know, work the process. You know, you get the results. That's why this is all here. This is why we offer this. So you will have that, but you can have anything with these twin flames. You can truly develop heaven on earth for yourself. And it is extraordinary. And it is so perfect and particular for you. Like I was talking about with life purpose, your whole life ends up being just absolutely catered to you and who you truly are inside. And it feels heavenly to have a life that is so in alignment with who you truly are. And so, yeah, this is really what we do. This is what it's about. There's no real way to like shortcut the actual healing process that we do to get those results. The fact is that it is an inner healing journey. That's the purpose of Twin Flames. This is not a relationship to get into if you just want to go and go out on dates and everything so shiny and nice all the time. This is a journey to go on for those who want to be with their ultimate lover and build their ultimate life and experience heaven within. I'm using some big words: ultimate life, heaven, not phone call, date. You'll have it, but this is about so much more than that. This is about where you're headed on the twin flame path. If you do this path that I'm talking about, that I help people with in Ascension coaching, if you go down this path, where you are ending, I'm gonna like paint a picture for you right now. This is where you're headed with this particular path, is where you wake up in the morning and you feel like you are in heaven. You know exactly where love is, and you have your lover right there next to you, and you're building your perfect dream life that's constantly growing and expanding. You have dreams at night about the next level of your life that you want to experience, and you get to sit down with your cup of coffee with your twin flame and talk about it and dream together and build together. And you go to a job that you just absolutely adore, that you're like literally your heart is singing and it's everything that you are. You just get to be yourself and shine your light and just love. And you get to do that for your career instead of like feeling like you have to bargain and sacrifice in order to survive. It's like you just get to love and just give and support, and in the way that just feels so good for you, and that comes naturally to you, but also isn't like boring, like you're checked out, like you're always learning, you're always going deeper. And you have your home, the perfect home that you would ever want, with everything laid out in just such a heavenly supportive way, to the point where you literally look around your home and you just like feel God in everything that you're looking at. Like everything just feels heavenly. Like you're just like, whoa, it's just so perfect. Like you literally just look around your entire life and everything is just so perfect. Like that is where you're headed with this Twin Flame Ascension School and Twin Flame Ascension Coaching. Like that's literally, this thing here is about that. And the call from your twin flame and dating and marrying them and all that, that's part of it. But this is about your entire life changing. That's why we call it Twin Flame Ascension School, not Twin Flame go on a date with your twin flame school. That doesn't really make total sense, but you know what I mean. It's not get a date with your twin flame. What's that movie, Win a Date with Todd Hamilton? It's not like that for twin flames. It's literally ascension. It's how do I experience heaven everywhere? How do I live in heaven? How do I undo all that programming from my past to playing small and limiting beliefs that I couldn't be happy and I couldn't have what I truly want? How do I let go of all those limiting beliefs and actually experience a life that I didn't even know I could dream of before? I mean, that's where I'm at right now. And I'm still going deeper all the time. And it's extraordinary to me. I am absolutely 100% living a life that is beyond what I could ever dream. If you talked to me 10 years ago, I did not have this. I didn't have a context for this. I didn't know it was possible to feel the way that I feel now. And I've still got upsets. I'm still human. I'm still working through things. I'm not like, I haven't like arrived. Like I'm on the journey. But it's extraordinary how much your life can change in just a few years. It's like truly the greatest thing I've ever done for myself is find Twin Flame Ascension School, be on this path, like meet with my coach every week, like do this path, because it has been so rewarding. Out of anything I've ever tried with psychology, out of anything I've ever tried in terms of healing, and just like I had so much trauma I wanted to heal from. And this, Twin Flame Ascension School and the Mirror Exercise Ascension Coaching, we're not about like healing trauma. We do have a trauma healing modality that we have found very effective. If you're interested in that, that's usually what we recommend. I've done it twice. It was extraordinary. And nothing else could help me like that. Like I've met with psychologists and psychiatrists. There was nothing that would help me like that. But the point is your whole life can change is all I'm saying. That's all I have to say. I know I'm kind of rambling at this point, but it's hard to not talk about it. It's just like, oh. And you know, it's one of those things like, you know, I hear from people all the time. I see people just out and about living life and talking to people, friends and family. And it's a very valuable thing to invest in yourself in such a way that you foundationally have a life that feels good and that is continuing to feel good, like you're growing in a life that feels good. You're going down a path that you're going to be very happy with in the future. I just see so many people that like they go through like a midlife crisis because they, on some level, betrayed themselves at some point. And so like they reach a certain age and they look at their life and they're like, wow, like whose life am I living? I'm not even living my life. I'm living the life my parents wanted me to live or society wanted me to live or whatever it may be. And it's an extraordinary thing to take the time to get to know yourself and to heal and to offer that to yourself. You begin to live life in a way and with a confidence that is very, very rare. And I say that even among people who have like a self-help psychology type background. You know, I have a Christian background and psychology background, and it's something extraordinary over here. Like, I'm just going to say that. And don't take my word for it. Explore it for yourself. Like, I'm really big on people coming to their own conclusions and exploring. You know, go to twinflamesuniverse.com, check out my website. There's all kinds of free resources. I've got group coaching classes that I like just opened up that are really new, and I've got all kinds of different things at all different price points. So if people want to just kind of like check things out, they can totally do that. So I just, you know, if you want to know, you can know. But I can just speak for myself. I'm extraordinarily happy, and I love being able to be an ascension coach. And I don't even know, what were we even talking about? I'm just like, oh, heaven, such a good life. And like I said, you know, I have upsets. I'm incredibly human. This isn't like, oh my God, I've arrived. Let me tell you about how great it is in paradise. It's not that. It's about the trajectory of my life I'm extremely happy with. And I want that for everybody. That feels amazing to know that what you're giving your energy to every day is going to be fruitful for you. Like you have good guidance. Like you know that you're on the right path and you're feeling better every day. And then you start, you know, experiencing manifestations of that on the outside that are growing all the time, miracles and breakthroughs. It's like a normal part of life with this teaching. And so, in terms of how spiritual teachings are, this is pretty extraordinary. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling about that. I believe what I was talking about initially was, if you're still listening, people are probably already tuned out because they've got what they needed from this. But this is here. I guess God wanted me to share this for somebody. But yeah, you know, it's just about getting clear on what you desire and claiming it and working the process, and you will get the results, and you will be able to have the relationship with your twin flame that you desire, and you're never going to have to experience separation ever again. That's where you're headed. That's what harmonious union is. It's a realization at your core that you are one with your love, one with your twin flame, and you do not separate again unless you choose to. Unless you're like, I don't want to be in harmonious union anymore. You won't experience it again. You're not going to like go in and out of separation all the time like so many of us have been used to in the past. And so that's why all this exists. So yeah, it's about learning how to have the right kind of relationship with yourself and maintaining it and building up your mastery and growing in that love. And it's really a lifestyle. It's ascension. It's a way of going about life that's based on love and personal healing and growth. And so, yeah, that's all I've got for this video. If you found any part of this long journey we've been on helpful, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And check out all the resources down beneath this video. I've got all kinds of stuff listed. So if you guys want more information, support, all the things you want to test it out, you want to try out the mirror exercise and see how powerful that is, because listen, people are shocked at how simple the mirror exercise is and how it actually like really makes a big difference. It's kind of, it's one of those things, it's like, don't be deceived, like don't be fooled by how simple it is. It's extremely powerful. The mirror exercise will change your life. And that's a huge part of what I help people with in sessions. So yeah, that's all I've got. I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, thanks. Bye.